I'm sure many of you remember the show Father Knows Best. It aired between 1954 and 1960. It was a really good program. And if you didn't see it there, you may have seen it like on TV Land or MeTV, where they show the old reruns of the shows. But it was a really neat program where Robert Young played a father named Jim Anderson. Matter of fact, when I looked up the program, it says that Jim Anderson copes with the everyday problems among his wife Margaret and their three children as they experience day-to-day changes. And so this is what he was. Robert Young was that father figure. Later on became Dr. Marcus Welby, MD. Very successful again between 1969 and 74 because of that father figure that he portrayed. I want to talk to you about Father Knows Best today and your morning cup of inspiration. Because as Passover approached, Jesus knew what was coming. He knew what was going to happen. So he began to aggressively preach about it and teach about it and address it. And it all started at a place called Caesarea Philippi, where he got very specific with his disciples and what was about to happen. In Matthew 16:21, it says, "From then on, Jesus began to tell his disciples plainly that it was necessary for him to go to Jerusalem and that he would suffer many terrible things at the hands of the elders, the leading priests, and the teachers of the religious law. He would be killed, but on the third day he would be raised from the dead." You see, the disciples didn't want to believe it. They didn't think, they tried to keep him from going to Jerusalem, but they thought if he goes there, he's going to sit on the throne, he's going to become the king. And that wasn't it. They didn't get it, that this was not his kingdom. But they didn't understand that. And worst of all, he told him he was going to die. He's going to be resurrected. And went right past him. As we saw later on when it actually happened. So Jesus knew the worst he was going to experience. And that was, he was going to be separated from God. He was going to be separated because he's carrying all the sins on his shoulders. He's taken that to the cross. And God couldn't look at sin. He had to turn his back. So in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he was praying that night, he prayed in Matthew 26:39, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup be taken from me. Let this cup of suffering be taken away from me. Yet I want to do your will. I want your will to be done, not mine." See, his prayer was actually saying, "Lord, I'm about to pray outside of your will. I'm asking you to take this from me. But if you can overrule it and just don't pay attention to it, if this is so far outside your will that this cannot happen, because I know what your plan is better than mine, and I will do your plan for my life." And Jesus died fulfilling the plan that God had for him and the purpose he had for him. See, every Christian is going to come to their own Gethsemane, and there's a time when they're going to have to grapple with many hard issues. And the things we have to do then, we must say and pray, "Lord, I want your will to be done, not mine." Or, "Heavenly Father, he knows best. He knows what's best for you. He knows best what's best for me." God bless everyone. Look forward to seeing you again for another morning cup of inspiration. Have a wonderful day.